booth, we break it all down. The Vault Studio, the best show in town. Show in town, best show in town, best show in town. Lights on, mic check, game time, let's go. Jay George, Scotty running the show. Rock on the mix, keeping it tight. NFL talk every day, every night.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vault Studio NFL podcast. I'm one of your hosts, J.A. I'm joined by a couple of legends.
I'm back, baby.
Big Georgie's back. He missed a live show very conveniently.
Oh,
after an
yeah, it
Eagles
was
loss.
super convenient. I was otherwise,
Crying
yeah, I was
48 hours later.
absolutely. I was definitely crying.
Everyone seems to think that
Crying
it was.
myself to sleep.
Everyone seems to think that it was because you didn't.
Yeah, I heard we had some feedback on the live show. Apparently, people wanted to see my tzatziki tears.
That was.
Shout out to
That's one of the best calls we've ever had on the show.
shout out to Daryl. Obviously, that was Daryl at
Yes.
that point. Not
Daryl, I think he was onto his second bottle of red that night.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
So he was feeling
He
himself.
does his best work after his second bottle.
Yeah, normally when he used to do the live show on a Sunday night, he
We'd
would get to his third bottle by the time the show ended. It was an impressive.
It was
feat.
wild.
I kind of miss it sometimes, but also not that much.
No, I miss watching it, not being a part of it though, for sure.
It was
So, yeah,
definitely
shout out
like
to
watching
Daryl,
a
but,
car accident.
No, I was otherwise engaged for my
You don't
birthday
It was
festivities.
your birthday festivities, and that's where we leave it.
And
You
we'll
don't need
leave
to
it.
tell us what you told us in the chat.
No, we'll leave it at that. Yeah, that's fine. That's not the public consumption.
Now I want to tell them. No.
But yeah, thanks for holding down the fort. And yeah, I'm back, bitches.
He's back, baby. And shout out to our sponsors, the Sporting Globe.
I'm here
shirt
too.
and
And Scott's
I'm
here
here too. It's
Did
all right.
I say you?
No.
You didn't.
Oh,
But
and
Scott's
Scotty's
here too.
obviously here. I just forgotten about you. Ever since you had that husky voice and then it went away, I'm
No,
like,
no.
I don't know. I don't know if I love you,
We're in our
but I
post-
definitely don't like you as
We're in our
much.
post-husky voice era.
I don't like it.
I'm not sure I
I
like
wanna-
it.
I'll
back.
bring it back.
Just go ahead and scream and just get it back. 'Cause it was the best. And then the fact when you're like, you know, you couldn't talk anymore because it was getting too croaky, and just be like, yeah, I'm done.
Hey, shout out to the sponsors.
Yeah, Sporting Globe Churnside Park. Shout out to them. Make sure download the Sporting Globe app, sign up, change
Win
it
some
to
prizes.
the Vault Studio for the month of October. End of the month, we've had a lot of people sign up, so I'm really happy
Oh,
with that.
true.
Yeah,
Man.
had a few. So Dave sent me some numbers the other day. It's going really well. Sign up, change the sponsorship to the Vault Studio podcast, and you go in the running to win signed Dante Culpepper football or a signed mini Devontae Adams helmet.
Solid.
So both people have asked, like, is only one? No, we're giving away two prizes.
Both.
And so whoever
BOAF.
wins first gets first go, and whoever gets second gets,
That's how we
a
roll.
pretty good second
Sloppy.
prize. It is the sloppies, but I think they're both pretty cool.
I'm taking that signed football.
Oh, yeah?
If it's-
That'd be my
if-
preference too, actually.
If I win, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dante Culpepper's
You don't spend a cent. Do you even have the Sporting Globe app?
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
how
well,
to
there we
download
go.
it.
You've ruled yourself out straight away.
What are you doing, man?
I don't know.
But it makes no difference. You wouldn't spend a cent there.
He's stuck at home, mate.
I live too far away. I live too far away.
All right, let's get to the first game of the weekend, and what an absolute rip snorter this one.
Was it?
In London, I saw the other day that they used to save the crappy games for Thursday night football. Now they ship them off to London.
Do they ever?
Like,
Jeepers.
had some shockers.
Any game that the Jets are going to be involved in going forward for a very long time, it's going to be a crap game. of
Can I-
football. I'm sorry.
Before we talk Justin Fields, I want to talk about Justin Fields. Denver did what they needed to do. They weren't super impressive, but they won.
They were very
So,
unimpressive, but defensively they were good.
yeah, and that's just said they didn't have to win.
How many? I've just read it here. They had not because I wanted to look it up. They had 9 sacks.
9 sacks. Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
Nick Bonito is winning Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, he's.
I think
he's
he's up to 7.5 sacks already. Like,
Wow, that's crazy.
He's flying, and it's not only just his sacks; he's just dominant. Like when you because, funnily enough, after the live show, I joked that I'll stay up and watch this tonight. And then once I put that in my mind, couldn't go to sleep, so I
Yeah.
sat up and watched it till about
couldn't
three-quarter
think of
time.
a worse game to say.
Then fell asleep for a couple of hours, got up and started watching the 3 a.m. game.
Damped it out.
It was
Love it.
It was a bad Monday.
Oh, it was great for me.
No, well, we'll talk about your boys later. But I got two questions on the Jets.
Lay it on me, bro.
Are we done with the Justin Fields as a starter era?
Look,
Or are we getting close?
I've yet to see. I was excited to see him get a fresh opportunity.
Yeah.
In New York. I thought that there was enough pieces around him, like Brees Hall.
But Brees Hall was bad last year as well.
Yeah, but I thought there was enough around him to be able to like get some juice, to get something going.
Yeah.
New coach, a new coach boost, positive vibes in the building. I thought, they'd probably try and exploit his athleticism a little bit more than other teams had, but I don't know, man. I have not seen anything that
All
gives
been
me
junk time.
any
Other than the
hope.
first game of the season against the Steelers, where he played really well in that game and scored a lot of points, it looked like nothing.
I think
Seems
I don't think he had a single completion after halftime.
No, he was 9 of 17 for 45 yards. And then their team passing was negative 10 yards because of the sacks.
I think the same stigma is following him around, which is worrying. And
It is.
I really was rooting for him, but
I think we all were. Like,
No,
I
I
think
think
everyone
we all
was. Like, he's such a likable kid.
if you hear him talk,
He says the right
he
things.
seems like a fine young man. He's well spoken. He's respectful.
doesn't throw anyone under the bus.
His teammates like him. I've never heard a bad word said about him.
I think
He's
the
just no good.
the Jets
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
idiots to move away from him this year. You may as well play him the entire year because you're not winning anything. So you may as well play him the entire year and see if you can find some improvement, see if you can find something he's good at. Because he's had moments where he's looked okay, but a lot of it's in junk time. A lot of it's just broken plays and stuff. I don't know. He just doesn't look competent enough to be a starter at the moment. And it's not
No.
like he's a rookie.
Problem
It's
is, to be a competent starter, you need to like run the offense efficiently.
Yeah.
You need to be able to take what the defense can give you, make those, those layup throws,
Yeah.
those little 5 yard, those little swing routes, those little screens. Just to stay ahead of the chains, to stay on time. Like you just can't do it. You just can't do it. And if you can't do that, you can't play quarterback in the NFL. You just can't.
It's pretty
Like in college, he's big, he's strong, he's fast, he can run over people. Like, yeah, you're running over guys that they're not NFL guys.
No.
They're selling insurance, they're selling real estate now.
Yeah.
They're not playing in the NFL. So
Fair.
you can't.
No.
So sure, play him out for the rest of the year. Truth, they're 0-6.
Yeah.
Like, how many games do you see this roster winning? Realistically, 3, 4, maybe.
Nah, not now that the Miami's sort of looking competent and the Patriots are looking competent.
Yeah.
We'll get to the patch, sure.
I think they're in real, like they could maybe scrape a game
Two.
from the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And
So realistically, we're saying what, 2 games?
yeah, I would think 3 would be the over under should be 3.5. And I would
Right.
take
So it's going to be between them and the Titans or someone like that who pick it first anyway. So
Yeah.
they're probably going to have to draft a quarterback now.
I have another question on these guys.
Garrett Wilson.
Does Aaron Glenn, does he get another year?
I don't know. It's not
Just
looking
looks
good, to be honest.
Looks diabolically bad.
It looks one and done is probably the highest odds right now.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, look,
Because you're not seeing growth. You're not even seeing competency.
Well-
Like the chain of events that happened at halftime for this game where he goes for a run on a fake punt
yeah, that's right.
to bleed out the clock and not try and score.
Hmm.
And then your explanation is after the game, we knew we had the ball back to start the second half and we didn't want to give them an opportunity to score.
In a game that ended up being what, 13 to 9 or something?
Yeah.
13 to 10, yeah.
13 to 10. Like that field goal could have been a difference in
Yeah.
getting it to overtime.
Well,
Could have
I
been a difference
think
in
were
giving
they
it a
ahead at that point?
I think it was 7, maybe.
They're like, yeah.
It was. I think it was 3 to 6 at that point. At
Yeah.
halftime. I can't really remember.
Yeah, it's a little bit concerning that's his mindset going in.
So why go for the fake punt
Well,
and
that's
take that risk that you're going to give them points? Because if you didn't get it, they're getting points before the half.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
minimum, a field goal attempt.
to then just run the ball. Like,
To
it's
then
just weird.
just
yeah.
run the clock out.
Yeah,
It's one of the most bizarre coaching moves. It's like he wanted to do it just to show that they could do it and then go, okay, cool, we're right. That's when you're like, all right, we just got a first down we shouldn't have got. Foot on the throat. Let's quickly get
let's
get 3
dial
points
something
here.
up. Yeah.
And that shows no faith in Justin Fields. It shows no faith in his team. It shows no faith in himself as a coach. He's already coaching scared. Like at 0-5, you shouldn't be coaching scared. Like you're already in a hole. You got to find a way to get out of it.
Yeah.
And that's what doing those sorts of things can do. And it doesn't. And they don't do anything. I know I have some serious concerns
Very,
with Aaron Glenn.
very bizarre. Yeah.
The biggest thing that I wanted to see this year was not wins and losses,
Yeah.
not even X's and O's, really. What I wanted to see was just a shift in that culture.
Yeah.
That, like, because, obviously he was part of the process in Detroit, shifting that culture's completely shifted now, like in Detroit.
Yeah.
There's no losers mentality anymore in Detroit. In Detroit, they actually said now, they want to put people to the sword.
Yeah.
They want to run 50 on teams now. That's what they want to do. So, and that's like what the Patriots used to do back in the day. That's what the
Yep.
Chiefs are doing now. That's
Yep.
got that winning mentality. That's what I wanted to see, a shift in mentality, and it's just not there.
At the moment, no. He's got a lot to do.
I truly think that the Jets as an organization are just like cursed. And I think that there's nothing that can be done. to fix them, because no matter what they do, they get their picks, they draft their guys, and everything just goes to shit all the time.
Like, even, I know you've had your criticisms of Sauce Gardner. Like, they finally find like a premier defensive player. In his rookie year, he looked great. Second year looked good. They give him all this money, and now he's just struggling.
Yeah,
Like,
bad.
It's just like
Badly.
that just doesn't always
I'm
happen. Like,
shocked.
to go from fair enough if you didn't think he was the best corner in the league, that's fair. But he was definitely in like the top 20 of corners in the league, right?
Oh yeah, he was
No,
pretty, yeah,
not
he was-
last year.
Top,
statistically.
let's say top 30 then. He's definitely
He
a
wasn't.
starter on every single team in the NFL.
Not
I
statistically
believe he
last
is.
year.
I think he was ranked 29th on Pro Football
No, I
Focus.
think it was like in the mid 40s.
So, okay, so I think he's a starter on any teams having him as a starter any day. And he doesn't even look like it.
Mm.
And they've just paid him. Like, is that the fact that he just doesn't give a shit and he wants out? Like, is it a mental thing? Garrett Wilson's getting some okay numbers this year, but his attitude stinks. And he's almost becoming an issue for the team now with the way he's carrying on. But then on the flip side, I can also understand if I'm a player and my coach goes for a fake punt and then doesn't try and get points.
Yeah.
I'm the first one after the game going, what are we
Yeah.
doing, man?
Yeah.
Why are we risking that and then not trying to capitalize? Like, great risk. That showed you had balls, and then you were just like, all right, I've got balls, but now I'm going to tuck them away.
Yeah.
It all makes no sense. And it's just such a Jets thing.
Very worrying signs.
Yeah, I said it would not surprise me if Aaron Glenn doesn't last till next year, which he'll go back and be a great DC. I imagine he'll just go straight back to Detroit. I'm pretty sure.
Well, who knows?
Although Leto Shepard's doing a decent job
Yeah.
there as well. The other thing, first coach fired is off the board. Brian Callahan from the Titans.
Yeah.
Harsh?
I think so.
Nah, they haven't looked competent at all.
Is it his third year?
Second.
Second year? I don't know.
But it's his first year with Ward.
Yeah,
well,
but
that's their decision now. They're like, okay, we've got Ward. We feel like we have a guy.
yeah,
And I think they do. I think
Yeah.
they've got their guy.
I think so too.
They've definitely got a plan in place at quarterback now. Whether the next 2 years will kind of decide how it works out. But he looks competent enough. He's energetic. He's professional. He does all the right things,
but
right?
he's the what we're seeing every single Sunday is so conservative and scripted and protective.
Yeah.
Like at a certain point, you got to be like, hey, let's just let it fly a little bit. Like,
yeah. But
and I
maybe
know
that's
they
fine.
don't have heaps of talent at receiver, but like Ridley was good. He's only 30.
Yeah, but the problem with that is, Scott, like if you know that you're devoid of talent, which they are, and you just let it rip, that's how you lose by fucking 40 points.
They're losing by 40 points trying to run
That's what I mean.
Pollard into the fucking line.
Like,
So
they
you
look
may as well
terrible.
just
The
let it.
offensive scheme's bad. Like, Callahan's an offensive guy. His dad's one of
He's
the
an
best
offensive
offensive
line.
coaches ever.
Yeah.
And they're all an offensive line-minded staff, right?
Yeah.
And they have a decent enough offensive line when everyone's healthy, but just because you have a decent line doesn't mean you're just like, oh, let's just not throw the ball. Let's just run dumb. Like, running on first down now, it's a dead play.
Yeah.
Look, good offensive coordinators rarely run on first down
Yeah.
now because it's the old school way, right? And
Well, it
doesn't-
depends on your identity, but it just seems like they don't have an identity. It's
Yeah.
like
They
like,
don't have an
they're
identity because they don't
throwing
have
s-
players, mate.
they threw the same screen twice back to back and lost 4 yards, then lost 6 yards.
Yeah.
They're still
Like,
in
what are they-
they're still in the NFL. Like, would you say the Saints are more devout of talent than them?
No.
No,
they're not.
Olave and Sheed are
No, no, the Saints are better.
I'm saying as a
Saints
whole.
are better.
I'm
On
saying,
offense, they're better.
I'm saying as a whole. Well, I would disagree. I think the Saints offensive line actually it's not bad. I think they've got 4 first rounders. On the
yeah, no,
offensive
their
line.
lines are right.
Kamara's not bad. Or Kamara's not even starting really now. But I don't know. I think there's plenty of teams that don't have a lot of talent to play.
And they've
a
got
lot
Kellen Moore
harder.
calling plays. Like Kellen
That's
Moore's
what I
a
mean.
good play
And that's
caller.
why I'm saying, like, maybe the Titans have seen what they need to see from Callahan.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fair. That's
we
fair.
need to move forward next year with.
Well, that's
with
what I'm
Ward,
saying. I
with
don't
a-
think it's that
with a-
harsh.
with another guy that
I'd
can
have let him
actually get
finish
it
the
done.
year out.
Well,
It's a-
then there's rumors that the locker room's starting to divide and all that sort of stuff.
Sure.
That he wasn't the most liked coach. As I said, no one likes a losing coach, but there's a lot of coaches that can lose and still have the respect of their players. And I don't think there was a lot of respect from the hearsay and talk around the league that not many of the players were upset about it.
I disagree with that statement. What coach in recent memory loses all the time and still has respect of the players?
Oh,
That's not a
Dan
real
Campbell
thing. That's
went
not a real thing.
yeah.
Dan-
Dan,
Dan
Campbell
Campbell.
lost his first 9 or 7 games or something like
in
that.
a row.
Yeah. Like there's coaches that like are losing because their team's not that talented. Like
But they're
the
trying
Saints,
hard.
The Saints are a prime example.
Yeah.
You just said Kellen Moore's a great play caller and he's doing a good job.
I think he's, but because
They
you,
won
but
one
you can,
game.
but you can see the
But
sign.
that's the difference.
so-
You can
so that-
see
that's the
the
answer.
buy-in from the players, and it's just that they just don't have the cattle to execute at
Yeah.
that high level. We're not seeing that buy-in at the Titans. We're just seeing just basically, hey, we're showing up to a game. Let's just
collect our paycheck and go home.
Yeah.
What did the Colts players say before
Yeah,
they played? That's a division rival, and the Colts said week 2, maybe 3, but early in the season,
Yeah.
They looked
like we knew before the game we were going to run it up on these guys because they were sloppily warming up and didn't look interested and didn't care, and we knew it was done. Like they looked like they couldn't have given less of a shit.
And their only win was a fluke.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
Like there was
interception
3
to a fumble to a touchdown,
and then the Demicado little fumble thing. Like you get one team gets one of them a year.
Yeah,
Well,
they had
maximum
3
one a year.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. They had 3 in one game.
Yeah,
Arizona. Now I'm not shocked. I think that they're just saying, hey, to everyone, we've got the first round pick. We've got the job available. If you're an up and coming OC, we're looking.
You're now all auditioning to become our head coach with Cam Ward.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. And up and coming good O line and top 2-3 pick.
Yeah, probably 1, and you don't need a QB.
Well,
so you could probably trade. Well, yeah, maybe 2, but you could probably trade out for a team that wants to get a quarterback and get a bit of a ransom and start to build.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next game. The Colts continue with a big win over the Cardinals.
This is a good win.
Slow cook brisket didn't look bad.
No, and a shout out to the Cardinals. We kind of questioned them Sunday night that what were they going to come out and show as a team, and were they going to fight for Gannon? Was they going to be in? Were they going to look disinterested? They didn't look disinterested. They looked like they had complete buy-in for Gannon, and they looked like there was no issues. I know Gannon apologized to the we've said what we think about the fine. It was the team bailing on the coach.
Very limp dick move.
But the coach, from all reports, went in and said, I shouldn't have touched the player. That's a no-no from me. Like, at the end of the day, like a bit of a different perspective on this. They are employees, the players. So you can't be, I get it's a football team, but you can't be grabbing guys. Like, I wouldn't have fined him.
If I was a boss, I'd be slapping around some people.
Bro, this is football, man.
I understand that, but
don't start with this. This is a workplace.
Look at you with your HR hat on.
It's also a job. With these guys, it's a job. You can't be touching.
Yeah, okay.
I have no issue with it.
It's a job, so don't fucking be incompetent and just fumble the ball over the line.
Yeah. Scott's right. If it's a job, okay, you're cut. You're fired.
Well, that's what I would have done.
Well, yeah.
But the team firing him stopped him doing that. But apparently he owned it and said, you know what, I let the better off me. And yeah,
football's all PR.
And the players have seemed to buy into it. But I think the big story of this game was
the holding call.
I was going to say Jacoby Brissett looks better than Colin Murray.
Well, McBride in the end zone with
that was
with like 30 seconds left. Come on, man. Some of this officiating, and I know
that was definitely PR.
George might touch on this.
We're going to talk about officiating shortly. Don't you worry about that.
I'm sure you might
it's
touch
coming.
on it. But like some of these calls and some of these refs, it was
illegal contact, holding, and PI all in the same
and
play.
None of them were called. They would have got the ball back with. Was it a minute 30 on the one?
No, I think it was less. It was like 30 seconds.
I think it was under a minute.
Under a minute.
I think it would have been like they score and the game's over.
Yeah.
So they had a chance to win it. But this is kind of the Cardinal season, isn't it? They just find ways this is the ref's fault, whatever. But they find ways to lose games. Like, what are they doing at quarterback now? Because if I'm them, I'm playing Brissett.
Yeah, no shit. He looked great. He was dealing, man. He looked awesome.
Like,
I think Kyler Murray's signed his own death warrant here.
Yeah, well,
in what? By getting concussed by the fucking ball.
No, but I just think that
I forgot about that.
The what?
He missed the game because the football.
How can you forget about it, bro? So just watching the video, so comical. These little hobbits, gets hit.
It actually looked like a scene from Willy Wonka.
Yeah,
because he's an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah,
you know what I was doing.
It's just that the offense looks like they were moving. Didn't have a good day running the ball at all, but they looks like they were moving a little bit. This is a Colts defense that's quite respectable.
Yeah,
and Kyler Murray hasn't shown any of this.
Well said. I 100% agree. They look like they were ahead of the chains the whole game.
I know that there's some money this year, and
I think the money's here or there now.
That's what I'm saying. I think next year a bit of the money comes off the books and he's cuttable, and they'll be like, all right, you've really done nothing since.
I think they'd be crazy to not cut him at the end of the season and move on. Yeah. And I don't dislike Kyle Murray. He's shown in the past he can be a competent player.
Yeah.
But
he's an MVP caliber.
Yeah, he was before he got injured that year. But it's just it's not working here now. It's not working. So you've either got to fire the coach and get a new OC and start again. But I think you've seen enough of Kyler Murray now and enough of Gannon like if I was going to hedge my bets to someone, it's to Gannon than Kyle.
No, Gannon's a
Murray.
good coach. Gannon's a
And
good coach.
I think so too.
One thing with the Colts when they Kyler Murray was getting interviewed with the new training complex they've got built there that's going to be there ready for the team next year.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, how are you excited about it? And, you know, how are you feeling about it? He goes, oh, I don't know. We'll see if I'm here or not. Like,
Oh wow,
if he's dropping, I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say that word for word, but if he's
that's what he was alluding to.
if
kind of
he's
thing, yeah.
dropping that, hey,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's not a good sign for anyone.
It's over. I think.
He knows.
Yeah.
Of course, he knows. He's owed a
If-
bunch of money. He's
if-
not playing well.
If I was
getting
him,
paid a
I'd
bunch
bench
of
him
money.
now and be like, we're going to roll with Brissett for a few weeks and then hope like Brissett, he'll eventually play bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And then,
that's what, because
and
he's
then
the
be
backup.
like, and they're all right, Collar, you can have your job back. Show us what you got. Like, what's the other Hobbit boy? Bryce Young him.
Yeah,
And be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
let's see if it fires him up. I think it won't. I think he's got the money. I don't think he really cares that
No,
much.
he doesn't care.
I think he'll be like, yeah, sweet, I'm benched. And then he gets a job back.
Battlefield-
Yeah, okay. I'm
Battlefield 6 is out.
Battlefield-
Cloud's
yeah,
coming
Cloud's
Look at
out.
career earnings, bro. He's probably earned like $250 million. Like he doesn't give a fuck,
No,
man.
he's fine. So, as for the Colts, I had like watching Jonathan Taylor's some of the funnest parts of the week.
Yeah, he's really
Man.
good.
And that O line, incredibly underrated. That Colts
Yeah,
O-line.
they're
It's
quite good.
doing such a good.
I don't think anyone that's watching the games can say they're underrated. They're fucking playing.
No, I think
awesome,
this is just my problem with teams. Like I know we talk about it because we respect big men in football, but no one ever talks about how good the offensive line's playing. Oh, it's all and don't worry, Daniel Jones is playing very well, but he's playing behind
He's
an
playing
offensive
within the
line
scheme.
that allows
Yeah.
almost no pressure and a running game that whenever they want to, they can just go, let's just run it up their ass
Catch
and,
people, yeah.
and get this going. And
Yep.
you know, Jonathan Taylor needs 7 more touchdowns to break the Colts franchise record for touchdowns.
Wow.
That's good.
That's how close he is.
And
Keep remembering,
who was there?
Edrin James.
I was
played
about to
for
say
them.
Edrin James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's the
I'd love
leader.
to know what the odds are for him to get Opoy because he'd be up there.
He'll be up there now for
He
sure.
would have to be.
Yeah, he'll be up there.
He's having a hell of a year.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, good win from the Colts. The Colts are a fun surprise team. Michelle.
Yeah,
I thoroughly. We were on them last year, and I'm pissed off. Like we went a year early, and
Yeah.
then I was off them, and then the Daniel Jones thing is obviously. I'm not
Surprising.
I'm not mad at myself for being off Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
But you guys were on them mainly because of Richardson.
No.
last year I was. Last year for sure.
Yeah,
I
No,
thought
I was
Richardson
on them
gonna
because
play
the team was good, and I thought Richardson was competent enough to play at this level that Jones is.
Nope, too dumb.
Yeah, that's probably fair. I thought he could have done what Jones like.
Jones isn't. Hang
Call
on.
me a fucking asshole,
So-
but I think most quarterbacks could do what Daniel Jones is doing.
Jones-
I agree,
Yeah.
Jones is not
That's my point.
setting the world on fire here. He's not.
but he doesn't need to. That was my
but
point the
that's-
whole
I
time.
know, but that's what I was saying. I thought that Richardson could get to a competency level that Jones is playing with, and he's got the raw athleticism.
Dude, he broke his eye on a fucking
that
in
was
the warm up
so
on an
unfortunate,
elastic
though.
band.
And then
No, he got ran into by.
no, that was Chadarius Ward.
Oh, is that the other? I thought that was.
yeah, Tavares Ward was the one who got run into.
He got knocked out before the game.
It was on like a backpedaling drill or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Travis Ward. I saw that video. Did I thought that was Richardson?
No,
Did
Richardson was warming up with a band, like doing the hamstring warm ups or something, and it snapped and broke his eye.
He broke his orbital bone. Bro.
It's not
Yeah.
funny, but it's like how does like
How did
how
that happen, bro?
how unlucky can you keep getting? And
Come
now
on.
he's on IR. now.
Yeah, he's on IR. Yeah,
Come
So,
on, bro.
yeah.
You got injured on a warm up band. Go on, man. Come on, seriously.
Grow up.
Go on, bro.
He broke his eye socket. He was in hospital.
Come on.
It's not like he was just like, oh, my hamstring's a bit sore. I better miss 3 weeks because my team sucks. Yes, Brock, that's a shot at the Ravens and Tommy. Next one, Chargers get a much needed win. Much needed win, but it was not as convincing as they
Mate,
probably wanted.
doesn't
to
matter.
be.
The amount of
Nah.
guys that got on injury reserve at the
Dubs are
moment.
important. That's all that matters.
Who
now.
cares? Cross country flight.
I'm
Mate,
telling
take
you.
that win.
The Dolphins are not that bad at football.
no, they're yeah. I
Waddle's getting going. Like Tua, yeah, he's going to turn the ball over, but yeah,
Dude, he had 3 interceptions, man.
to be
So-
fair, 2 of them weren't his fault.
yeah, and one of them at the very end was. I don't know what he was doing. It was meant to be a Hail Mary. I think he was just trying to get.
It was a hook and ladder.
Yeah, he was trying. And,
Yeah.
and Derwin James just read it like of all the players, I cannot believe Derwin James was just like, it's a Hail Mary. No, I think he's going to throw it short here. I'm going to speed undercut this fucking
Yeah.
short route. Like any other defender's just like, let him have 5 more yards. I don't care. He's just like, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna end
Yeah.
this now. And that's just he's such a good player. Like,
Derwin
that's
James
just what he does.
Gold.
He's so good.
What about Tua calling out the team?
Well,
in
this
the
is
press
interesting. Before we
conference?
talk Chargers, let's talk Tua because he's getting shit for this. yes, I agree. Tua's not playing at the highest level. I understand that, but
No,
I also don't think there's anything wrong with him being
no,
like.
you can't do it. You can't if you're not playing
Why?
well. If you're not playing well, you can't call out your team.
But
You
him
can't.
playing well is a direct reflection on the team around him. If the O line's not doing their assignments and the receivers are running the wrong routes, what is he going to do?
If you're throwing 3 interceptions, you can't say
But
shit.
one of them hit the receiver's hands, and one of them the receiver ran the wrong route.
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, Scott. What
But
I'm
you're
saying is
looking
the
at a box score, and
no,
then
I'm not
you're
looking at
saying,
the box score. I'm saying it's the optics from the fans and from the media. Is dude, you threw 3 picks. Who are you to say shit?
but
Can't say
I'm,
nothing.
and I'm rebutting that with saying one hit the receiver's hands. How is that the quarterback's fault?
Yeah, very
And then
true.
the second one is the receiver ran the wrong route.
Yeah.
How's
and,
that
then-
the quarterback's
and then the
fault?
last one was Hail Mary. It was over anyway. Like,
These
who cares?
these are correct statements. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm saying people don't care about that.
Yeah.
They don't care about that.
The
All
general
I'm
public's
saying
dumb.
is, if there's an issue,
Yeah, but they're the
with
ones that watch, bro.
But if,
And they're the ones that get guys fired.
but if there's an issue with the team,
Yeah, I like
as
this.
a leader of the team,
Yeah.
they had team only meetings, right? They called as a team, and players didn't turn up to it. So players are so disengaged from the team that they can't even go there, sit at the back, and pretend they're interested for half an hour or an hour.
Yep.
Like, this is their job, right? It is a job. They earn a lot of money for doing this. It is
of money.
a privilege, not a right, to play in the NFL.
That's
That's
fair.
everyone
That's
knows
very
that.
fair.
Yeah,
Right?
well, I think that. You think
So,
that, but they clearly don't.
I think what he's saying is that we have, and I don't think he didn't say I was telling them to be there. He was almost calling himself out.
It was
too,
like, this
going,
is a team issue.
this is a team issue that we have team meetings. Players don't turn up. Some players get scolded. Some players don't. It's okay for some. It's not okay for the other. He's saying to the organization that McDaniels is not doing his job properly.
Mm.
He's not coaching these guys hard enough because McDaniels wants to be the funny guy, the nice guy that everyone likes.
I don't know if he was calling out McDaniels as much. I didn't read it that way.
You
I
think-
read it as he's throwing his coach under the bus.
You think he hasn't gone to McDaniels and go, hey, these 20 guys didn't even turn up to the players only meeting?
Nah, I think
McDaniels
he's.
isn't wanting them to have the players only meeting. Like, they're not just going from their own bat.
You got to
Let's have a
remember,
players only.
McDaniels put all the balls on the line to protect Tua and pay Tua,
Yes, I understand.
and I
well,
think
Tua
that
came off a 5,000 yard season. Like, he was borderline MVP.
not because of Brian Flores,
Well, Brian Flores got thrown under the bus too.
but it wasn't because he didn't have a 5,000 yard season because of him.
No,
I don't get. So,
No, he's saying
what's your
McDaniels.
point? I don't get your point.
McDaniels helped Tua become the person that he was.
Yeah,
But I didn't read it that way. I read that as he's calling out everyone in the team, and like, you're either in
well, you're
and you're 100% in, or you're out, because this 50-50 bullshit. We're going to keep putting up games like this and not
100% fair. And
Yeah.
I think he's calling out. I think he's more like, it's, I don't know what the right word is, like a cry to help to the owners of the team, the organization, and going, what are we doing? Because it's the same old bullshit for Miami. This has
Yeah.
been what, 30 years of this now, 20
Yeah.
years at least.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember them being a relevant team
Oh,
since 2000.
the Tannehill
Tannehill
run.
years, maybe
Yeah.
like 1 year, and then it
Yeah,
fell apart
a
pretty
handful
quick.
of years.
And then,
yeah.
like, Tua a couple of years ago, they made the playoffs, and everything looked like it was going in the right direction. Tyreek Hill was the offensive player of the year,
Yep.
top 100, number one player.
Yep.
And then look what it's done. It's just fallen apart. As soon as the shit's got a little bit hard, all the players are like, "I'm out." Like, apparently, Tyreek Hill hasn't been to the field once.
Well, that's going to surprise everyone.
No, I'm not surprised, but that's when you build the team around these sorts of characters.
No, that's right. Yeah.
I would prefer to build around a guy like Tua than a guy like Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
At least he's calling out the right things. I don't know.
For the record,
The criticism's bizarre.
for the record, I love Tua. I think he's an exceptional guy. I think he's a good enough player. He's
Yeah.
definitely a starter in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think he's a fine young man. When you hear him speak, he speaks with conviction. Like he's a good leader. I agree with
And he
that.
cops so much shit.
But yeah, and I think he sort of like puts himself up to cop that shit too,
Yeah.
like which is part of being a good leader.
Yep.
Problem is that the team has been built. The team is a side full of downhill skiers.
Yes.
Like no one
Very fair.
wants to play hard. No one wants to do the grunt work. Everyone like you're never going to win anything like that.
No. And I don't know what the way forward
So-
is, but I know it's not going to be with McDaniels. He might last the season, but I think it's all
I-
over.
I
It's
don't
a
think-
blow up next
I
year.
don't think that he's suited to being a head coach.
No, potentially not.
I don't know.
He's a really good offensive mind.
Yep.
Can run a really good offensive scheme, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Yeah.
But like, look at the players they're giving him on defense.
Oh, they're not terrible. He's got Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb.
Oh, okay. Bradley Chubb's on the twilight of his career.
Yeah, but the organization also gave up a first round pick for Bradley Chubb
Yeah.
from Denver.
Yeah.
Denver
Right.
saw the writing on the wall with him. They gave,
So
they gave
how
up a first round pick for
and do you think Mike
Hill.
McDaniels says, "Yep, give me a first round pick for this player"?
No, this is me more taking
And
a
then-
shot at the organization.
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't think McDaniels is a good head coach. He's proven he's not. I think he's a good OC. I agree with you there. But the organization as a whole, what they did to Flores, Flores had some flaws, and he's come out and said, "I didn't coach that well back then," and I own.
He's
that.
only doing that because he wants another job.
Potentially, but he owned the parts that.
Yeah, but at least
didn't get right.
he realized that, hey, I'm not a good head coach.
He
I could just go be a really good.
Yeah, he
DC.
could have easily blamed them. That's a coach they railroaded so they could bring Tom Brady in,
Yeah.
and they got fucked
Lost
over
a-
by
lost a
lost a
pick for
first
that.
round pick for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And got screwed over. Then they've put all their money into Tyreek Hill at 29 years old. And yeah, he got injured this year, but he's not a good team guy.
He wasn't.
Even the year he was Opal, he was not a good team player.
No.
He wasn't good last year either.
Yeah, they didn't win that many games.
That's what I'm saying. It's a
Yeah.
team full of downhill skiers. Like
Yeah.
that's never going to win anything in the long term.
Anyway, Chargers turn the tide.
It was a much needed win for the Chargers.
Yep.
Much needed. And Herbert played really well.
Yep.
Herbert, and like they didn't have Hampton and Vidal did a really good job in like they just the scheme looked a lot better. They look like and it's Dolphins aren't an amazing defense, but they're a decent pass rush with a like decimated offensive line. They found a way to put 30 points on the board
Yeah.
against a team that
And looks somewhat
Yeah.
competent.
in the
doing
last
it.
2 weeks they have not been able to do
Yeah.
that at all. So I
Yeah.
think it's a good sign. I think they're a playoff team and they're going to get healthy as it goes on, but they've
Yeah,
just
so
got to
get a
hang in there.
few guys right, get a few guys back. Absolutely.
Just got to hang in there for a few weeks before
And
they
they,
get
what did
their
they
big boy
trade?
back.
They traded for the Ravens.
Who was it?
The end. I can never get his
Ofi. Owie.
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 Yep.
Dafe Owie. He's a good edge rusher.
He's a good. Yeah. So
And they'll get Khalil back. Max will be back second half of the season. They're not
Yep.
sure exactly when. They'll get Joe Alt back. They'll get their third string and fourth string tackle back at some point, which will
Yeah.
obviously help. So they'll get better as it goes on.
Yeah.
And Quentin Johnson didn't play in this game as well.
yes, that's right. That hurts.
He was a late scratch. He was unwell, I believe it was.
Yeah,
So-
it was. It was sick or
yeah,
something.
so he was a laid out. So that also hurts you as well because he's been pretty important for them. And they still
Dude,
found a way to
he's
get
just
done.
having a great year.
I said, it doesn't matter what happens now. This is a W for them, and that's all that matters as
Yep.
the season goes on. Let's talk Steelers. Is Aaron Rodgers getting it done for him?
Yes, he is. He is getting it done.
This was his best game of the year. Best game of
He's
the year.
playing really well, man. Like, I know people want to hang shit on him and this and that and the other, and Cleveland, yeah, all right, it was in Pittsburgh, but Cleveland are a good defense.
Yes, and he was systematically touching
And
the
that's all
Yeah.
he needs to do.
Yeah.
Like, I think Aaron's one thing that I've liked about Aaron this season is that he realizes that he's not the 33-year-old version or
Very
32-year-old version of Aaron Rodgers anymore. He's the 41-year-old version or 42 or whatever he is.
Yeah.
He's like,
42. Playing Joe Flacco this week as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
First time 2 quarterbacks over 40.
The old
started.
man bowl. The old man bowl. We'll talk about that
Wild.
on Sunday night. But he realizes that, hey, this is what I can do,
Yep.
and I'm going to live inside that box and do what I need to do so that my team can win.
And the DK Metcalf trade's working out for them as well.
They're having a really,
He's-
really good.
He's
connection
playing really well.
so
They
far.
got some good chemistry. The only mistake the Pittsburgh at the moment have really made was letting Pickens go because Pickens looks really
Yeah.
good. But again, I think we knew why they let go of Pickens.
Yeah.
I think everyone needed a fresh start there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine, and that's okay.
don't
And
think
that's
it's an issue.
sometimes happens.
But yeah,
But,
Rodgers
like,
doing well. Dylan
I'm-
Gabriel was pretty bad in this game, which is not like
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm done with him, but he looked a lot more like a rookie. But also, the recipe isn't throwing 52 times.
No,
in one game.
yeah, hanging him out to dry a little bit. And I know that the game script got away from Cleveland pretty quickly, but we see this with teams sometimes that have really good defenses and zero offense, that the defense cannot hold the fort down week after week, drive after drive, week after week. That defense breaks down. They turn around and are like, why the fuck are we doing this?
Yeah.
I would argue it's the same with any team that is top heavy at either. Like,
Yeah.
Cowboys, prime example, number 1 offense, 32 ranked defense.
Yep.
Eventually, your team can't survive. And that's
Yeah.
what the Browns are almost the opposite of that.
Yes.
They're very, very good defense
Yep.
and an awful offense. And eventually that defense just can't hang in there
No.
every week. You can't. They only
No.
gave up 23 points on a day where the offense did nothing. Like,
Yeah.
that's not that bad a scoreline.
And it's not even a morale thing. Like, morale's right. Like, you're just like, oh, what's the point? It's like, man, they're just out there too much.
No,
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
fucking exhausted
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like, hey, just quickly on the Steelers. Steelers are winning this division. They're winning this division.
just the only thing I'm going to say on it, I right now, I think they will.
I still don't like them.
I think
You don't
they're
have to. If you
better
don't
than
have
what
to,
I
It doesn't
thought.
matter.
I think just they haven't played. They don't play the Ravens for a few weeks. The Ravens will be healthier when they
Yeah.
play again. They have to beat the Ravens twice, and I don't believe they
No,
can.
I think they only have to beat the
twice.
Ravens
They don't
once,
have to beat them once, mate. The Ravens
Yeah.
are 1-5 for
Okay,
God's
they've
sake.
got to beat
yeah.
them once. I don't know if they. I don't know if
And
they can beat a
They've-
healthy Ravens.
in years gone by, the Steelers
It's
have had the
division
Ravens
games,
number.
Yeah,
as well.
but this is the NFC North though. In the year where you think, oh, Pittsburgh are
actually
running
the
away
AFC
with it.
North.
Sorry, the AFC North.
Yeah.
When you just think, oh, Pittsburgh are winning the division, they're running away with it.
Pittsburgh.
They're 4-1. It's like, oh, they've
Pittsburgh
just lost
also
two
did
games.
this last year where they were 5-1,
Yeah.
and then ended up being 9-8.
Yeah, and then like, oh,
I've
all
got
of a-
much more faith in Rodgers than I do Wilson.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that the only problem with Rodgers the last couple of years was being at the Jets?
Jets, exactly.
Maybe we should back off Justin Fields. Maybe the Jets are the problem, which is
Oh, Fields is 4-1 as the starter of the Steelers.
very true. Very true. All right, let's get to the big one. Scotty's going to be happy with this. Is it MVP Darnold time
Nah, Baker's definitely the MVP.
as of right now?
Yeah. But no, Darnold's playing pretty well. This is a pretty good win. Bit of a both teams really sold out to stop the run. So it was just a lot of running backs running into brick walls for a lot of the day.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, I sort of said the key point would be that Seattle don't really turn the ball over, and Jacksonville have been living and dying by forcing turnovers. And
I got a fun stat for you. You ready for this?
yeah, shoot,
Do you know
Trevor Lawrence, yes,
Shout out.
is
0.
0
Yeah.
and 22 in games where his defense doesn't force a turnover.
Wow.
0 and 22. It's basically when he doesn't get extra possessions, he loses.
Okay.
He
That's
didn't
a-
cause any extra possessions this game.
No, he didn't have
Yeah.
it. He didn't play badly. Like I watched this game and personally watching this game, and I'll say this so you don't have to, Scotty. Seattle dominated this game. The
Yeah, it was
scoreline
pretty
flatters
comfortable.
the Jags.
It was pretty comfortable.
I was never like the Jags going to win this ever
No.
at any point. And that was a pretty decimated defensive backfield.
Yeah.
But they got Lawrence back, who was
Oh, that's a huge difference.
physically dominant.
Yeah,
Big
huge
Cat
difference.
played awesome again.
Yep.
Byron
Um,
Murphy is almost deploy
yeah,
level at the moment.
Murphy's
He's-
playing outstanding.
Yeah.
Like they just manhandled. It was like that defensive line went, all right, we're a bit dinged up on the back end.
Yeah.
Let's make sure it doesn't matter in this
and
game.
Mike McDonald called him out during the week.
Yep.
Said that we've got injuries and we need our other players to step up. And I think they had 17 QB hits, which is astronomical.
Huge.
Seven
sacks, 44 yards. And then on the other, like JSN.
JSN's got to
JSN,
be.
man. You talk about OPOI players. It's JSN at the moment for me.
He's
Yeah.
in the convo. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's
He's having a great year.
he's been uncoverable for one half, which was last week, and then the second half he won in the game. That's how good he has been. I just think this is honestly, I've said it before, this is reminding me of CD Lamb a couple of years ago where no one could touch him. Like it was just like if you get time to throw the ball, he's going to be open. You cannot
Yeah.
cover this guy right now.
Nah, and Darnold's definitely putting him in buckets at the moment.
The touchdown he threw to him, that deep ball, people just go, oh yeah, that was just a deep throw. He did not break full sprint stride.
Hit him
the
on the
coverage,
numbers.
the coverage wasn't that bad. He was half a yard trailing him. The ball was not only perfect that he just caught it at full speed, that he didn't even slow down a step for the corner to catch him. It was just full speed all the way running. Like
yeah.
the ball may as well have been in his hand from the second he started running the route. That's how clean it looked.
Yeah.
And that's what Darnold. I'm so happy that Darnold is not just the Vikings Darnold and that was it. It was over. I'm so glad he's just. I feel really happy for him.
Oh, no, that
he's-
narrative's completely
that
done.
he's just shut that narrative
Darnold
up.
is just good.
Yeah.
He's just good now.
He's just a
That's
good
it.
football player.
The problem
Well,
with
he's
Darnold,
actually the best quarterback in the league, as
On-
per
on-
reference and
Yeah.
and PFF
He's got the highest average per attempt
and
by
completion.
a long way.
Yeah,
It's-
like
you just had to get that jet stink off him, bro. He's fine. He's a good player.
again, we bring it up.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
Fields, just get out of there, man. Just get out of there.
The jet stink is gone. He's just good now. That's
Oh,
it.
and I said this Sunday night. I thought Seattle would win this game, and I thought the Jags got too high on themselves last week with a win over the Chiefs. It was a great win. Don't get me wrong. You could tell they kind of came out a bit flatter. It didn't look like they were playing the Chiefs this week. I think they kind of thought this is a lesser opponent. We're pretty good, and this is a loss that I think they kind of needed.
Sure.
I still don't know if the Jags are a playoff team. Lawrence plays well in patches, and then he's awful for like a quarter, and then plays really well. And it's
But that's
just-
been he's always been like that, very inconsistent.
Yeah, he's just got to get that consistency. going.
More people can keep sleeping on Seattle. I'm happy with that. That's fine.
I'm not sleeping.
Do it at your own. What is it? Do it at your own
Peril?
Peril? Peril's a good
Peril,
word.
yeah.
Okay, whatever. All right, let's go to the Green Bay Packers. Do we feel like these guys are still a contender? They won 27-18 over the Bengals.
Oh, they were up by 2 scores. Bengals got a junk times score to sort of make it a little bit more flattering.
Yeah, I understand that. But like the
Um,
Bengals are awful. Joe Flacco was able.
Yeah,
Like-
but getting new QB, you get a little bit more juice.
Well, the first half they were terrible. Flacco got going a bit at the end.
Yeah.
He was definitely
wheeling and dealing a little bit.
definitely better than Browning. That's purely because he
yeah,
doesn't turn the ball over 5
Yeah,
times.
well, that's
yeah.
He just looked a bit more systematic, which gives me a bit of faith that they can potentially
Patchwork
hold on
bits,
for Burrow to
yeah.
get back. And I don't like at 2 and 4, they're in real trouble. But they
I
can-
don't-
But it's funny, they're usually 2 and 4, but they start 0 and 3.
yeah, exactly.
So they're the same result. It's just cost them Burrow the deal with the devil. But
This makes me think they can beat a couple of crappy teams though. With
potentially,
Flacco.
yeah, potentially.
yeah,
That's fair.
but I don't know. Green Bay always it's very patchy. It's like they just look so dominant for a quarter and a half. And like, oh yeah, we've won easy, no worries.
It's complacent. It feels
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, they did it. They did it a couple of weeks back against Washington too, where it's like,
Yep.
they're just like, yeah, a good team. Yeah, good teams need to put teams away. Can't let like if Bengals were a better team, they could have, this could have been a closer
Oh,
result.
You could argue if the Bengals have Burrow, they're probably right in this game.
Absolutely.
Because offensively they spluttered. I don't know. I just can't work out Green Bay. My mind is telling me that they're a contender and they're a really good team, but every time I watch them, I'm just like, it's not as good as I want it to be. Is that
Sure.
is that unfair?
I
Like,
think where I stand on it is if they're the team you don't want to face in the playoffs,
that's fair.
because if they put it together for 3.5 quarters, they're beating you by 3 scores.
Which is what they did to the Lions in week 1. They I think they definitely play up for opponents and
Yeah,
play
I
down.
think so.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They definitely sort of play to the level of their opponent rather than, just putting fucking teams away.
Yeah, which
is
is
just-
not where you want to be
It's
as a
disappointing.
contender.
But again, it's
No.
it's week 6. Like they're probably, you think there's a lot of room to grow for them. Like there is that message of peaking early. Like there's plenty of teams that win their first 6 or 7 games and then it starts to kind of crumble during the season.
Which-
like,
We're talking about here with Tampa Bay could be one of these teams.
well, do you want to talk Tampa Bay now? Let's go.
The injuries that they're playing with, obviously, this game may as well have been played at the hospital because both teams are just hanging out at the hospital. But
True.
You said Juwan Jennings has a high ankle sprain, a low ankle sprain,
5 broken
5
ribs.
broken or fractured ribs, and
Fractured
he's
ribs,
still
yeah.
playing and
More
fighting with
importantly,
Shanahan on
I
the
was gonna say,
sideline.
the fight between him and Shanahan, Jesus, there is some bad blood there because he held out a little bit for the contract.
Yeah, he did.
Do you
yeah.
think it's bad blood or it goes one way or the other? There might be some bad blood there, but I actually thought it was like Juwan Jennings. There was some respect in the argument because Shanahan also like held himself back a few times, and I think that's a level of respect. I think,
Well, I think that's also because there's the cameras rolling and you don't want to be the
Potentially.
next coach getting.
but Juwan Jennings wouldn't leave it alone. Like
No.
he just kept going, like the security guy, the dom of whatever the
Yeah.
Niners or whatever he is.
Shadow Dom.
That's the only security guy I know.
Yeah.
Which I shouldn't, but that's the only one I know. And he was holding
saying
back
you shouldn't
Juwan
know him,
Jennings. I
or-
shouldn't know him. Like
Yeah.
no one should know who the security guy of a
No,
team is.
no.
But I think Fred Warner,
Yeah, it's
torn ligaments, broken ankle, season over.
Season over, yeah.
Which is just now they're without him, who I think is the most important player in the defense by far.
I think he's the most important player on that team.
Potentially. Oh no, I think him
McCaffrey.
and CMC,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then they've got no Nick Bosa, obviously. They lost him a few weeks ago. So it's getting harder and harder. I know they've put some wins on the board. They're 4-2, but I don't know. I just, even if they can somehow make the playoffs, I just don't think
What-
with all their injuries they can
I
win.
want to ask
they
a
can
question
do
about
anything.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
What is going on there?
With-
Why have they got so many this is year after year after year? It's
'Cause they're
injuries
old.
galore.
Yeah, it's injuries. I also heard a tinfoil hat theory that Shanahan-
Where's the fedora?
put the fedora on. Hold on. The tinfoil
It
fedora.
doesn't work if there's no tinfoil.
We're gonna get the tinfoil, man. It's gonna be ready next week.
We're
Don't
just-
be a party pooper.
We're just introducing it for this week. Okay?
Soft launch.
Soft launch. I think that he sold his soul to the devil to win a Super Bowl.
and still waiting for the Super Bowl.
And he's now like, shit, I'm paying the debt. And he's like calling the devil, going, "Bro, you
Where's my
promised me
Super
a
Bowl?"
fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You promised me back in Atlanta.
Yeah, no
Like,
shit.
where is it?"
Yeah.
And he sold his soul, and now it's coming back. No, the bottom line is it's older players.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you have an
It's-
older
The
roster.
full roster construction is super high end, expensive players and rookies. And when your high end guys are all now approaching their 30s, barring the spastic quarterback,
So unfair. He's not a
30,
He's a game manager. He's a system. He's a system QB. Okay.
you can flip a coin between him and
He's
what
a-
Daniel Jones is doing right
He's
now.
the power running QB. Okay, leave him
Yeah.
alone. I got him. Got the look. But I think we're bearing the lead here. Niners. It sucks. The injuries suck. I guess if
Hey,
you have
Tampa
CMC,
have got
you
just
a
as
chance.
many injuries. Tampa got a lot of injuries.
That's the other side, and
Yeah.
this is why Baker's the MVP.
Yeah, I couldn't
Because
agree more.
I genuinely believe you could roll out us three at wide receiver, and he'd find a way to win it. Like, it would
yeah,
have
he would
nothing
just
to-
run the ball
It'd
the
have
whole
nothing
time.
to do with us.
Yeah,
His 3rd and 15 run,
yeah,
where he
phenomenal.
broke the tackles for a sack, made a linebacker miss, then ran through a corner and didn't just be like run through him and fall 2 yards short. Twisted,
Dragged him.
him,
Yeah.
jumped with the ball stretched out and got
Yeah.
a first down. Like, what more do you want in a
He's-
player? Like, as a teammate, you're like, I love this guy. I don't care. Like, I love
What
this guy.
we're really going to see next week with no Evans, Godwin, Ibuka.
Booker as
Ibuka's
well,
on
yeah.
his
And-
hamstring. I think it's 3 weeks.
Yeah,
3 to
and
4
McMillan's
weeks.
still out. Obviously, he's like coming back
Well, they've got
week 9.
they've got Tez Johnson, who's the MVP. If you ask him,
yeah,
have you seen that clip?
No, I didn't see
So
it.
Tez Johnson scores a deep touchdown, does like a backflip in the end zone. It's his first touchdown. It was pretty cool.
and the
And then he
crowd
goes to the no chanting MVP.
Yeah,
Oh,
And he
wow.
goes to the sideline and he's talking to I can't remember what it was, another receiver, and Godwin sitting there, and he's like, "Man, what were they chanting?" He's like, "Oh, MVP." He's like, "Oh, why, man? I haven't done anything this year." And the receiver's just like, "Oh, dude, they were saying it for Baker." And then his press conference after,
It was
he comes
funny.
out and tells the story.
Yeah, it was very
He's like,
funny.
"I'm such an idiot, man."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Yeah, but they're right. Like, Baker's the MVP."
Yeah.
It was so wholesome. Like, it was just a kid had a dumb moment that's just like, how funny is this guy? He's just
Yeah.
telling the whole media. And then the Bucks took it and like cut in the interview with him saying it on the sideline.
yeah,
It's gold. It's
yeah.
just so fun.
it
So-
was very good.
But yeah, like the injuries are stacking up. But I just think with Baker, like the losses will come, but they've banked them early. 5-1. They've banked them early. But
Yep.
they're the Lions next week, I believe.
Yes,
I think with the injuries, that's going to be tough. And the Lions coming off a loss, I think they're going to be
the Lions are also very injured too.
at the defensive back.
Yeah.
It's a good matchup for them.
Yeah,
They've got
yeah.
No, Lions
Bad
have
on bad.
5 of their 4 DBs missing, and
Yeah.
they have no receivers. So it'll be a fun one.
Yeah, Baker's having a hell of a year, man.
And I think,
I'd love to see it.
Irving's going to be out as well. Bucky Irving's going to be out.
Yeah, they
next week
think
too.
a couple more weeks.
Yeah, so
Is as of right now, are we all pretty comfortable with Baker's the MVP? If we were
I
giving
think
the award
so.
now, but obviously you don't give it at week 6, but
I think so.
I think it's pretty unanimous.
If you were giving it right now, it would be Baker. Yep,
Yeah.
Considering the injuries and the narrative around it, yeah, probably.
and the record.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, the record's got to come into it. You got to win enough games.
yeah,
Absolutely.
very true. All right, George, put on the hat. Chiefs, Lions, put on the fedora. Put on the tin foil. No, it wasn't the tin foil fedora. It was
Everyone
something
can
else.
just skip it for 3 to 5 minutes.
No. You know what?
Oh,
I
no.
want
James,
to
go. You,
start
James, go.
by saying that I am with George on this.
Yep.
one. This was disgusting.
Yeah, but you're talking about this one game. George is going to bring up 8 years of Chiefs.
No. I want you to just talk on this game. Go. Give us
There's
your
more
theory.
than enough to talk about this game.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Go.
Zero penalties called.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it pre-show. What was it? What was it that clip you found? It was 18?
A guy with a lot more time than me found 15 callable penalties on the Chiefs. So he didn't say they were like, oh, they should all definitely be called.
Yeah.
He said that these are all callable penalties in the
that are
NFL,
there.
and none of them were called.
Yep.
And then I think he found 17 for the Lions, and I think 12 or 13 were called.
Yeah.
So that's all like that. I don't believe the NFL's like paying it.
Bullshit.
And that's where I think you're off. I just think the refs are incompetent for Chiefs games.
They're-
They get
No.
Fucking in by this
No.
shit.
There's too much tape now to say anything other than this fedora keeps falling off my fat head. It's too small for my
Oh,
massive head.
Bullfed
Yeah,
Kadar.
bullfed, all right.
I
There's,
probably need headphones to make it fit.
There's more than enough. Yeah, Pinhead McGuinness over here. And it just fell off again. There's more than enough tape now
We got lube on your
to
head.
show that there is clear favoritism for the Chiefs. If anyone sitting there in good conscience and thinks that the NFL were going to let the darling fucking Chiefs fall to 2-4, they got rocks in their head.
And then the penalty on Detroit Lions' first drive where they ran the quarter on fourth down, on third down, sorry.
That was egregious. That was terrible.
Ran the quarterback pass, which was such a cool play that called a penalty. I have not seen one, even the on-call team. I think it was Pereira was the ref expert. He literally came out and was like, I don't get it. I
don't know
cannot
what the
find
call's for. Yeah.
one thing. Mate, not only did they called it a touchdown first,
and then they went away.
Then went and had a chat.
They had a coffee. We're going to have a little
It was dead set 30 seconds later. They were like,
Dude,
actually.
It felt like it was 5 minutes, man.
Bizarre. It's bizarre. And everyone's, the Brian Branch and Juju Smith-Schuster fight after the game. That started. The way they've been calling taunting penalties this season, we've talked about it already, that it's ridiculous, but we get they've been a run
very strict.
Called it immediately.
Like a hard line on
Mahomes rushes a touchdown. Brian Branch pulls up because he's like, he's going to score. I'm not going to hit him. He could have absolutely railed him if he wanted to, but
he should have.
He pulled up. Mahomes spins the ball at his feet, flexes on him, points at him, dusts himself off, all in front of him, right at his face. Branch is standing there going, this is cool. We can do this sort of shit. Like, what if JSN got flagged for pointing at his own teammates on the sideline?
Yeah, his own sideline.
So they're calling it red hot.
Puka got called against the Eagles for pointing to the end zone.
Yeah, and we argued
where their players, where their family is.
And you actually argued that by the rule, that's what they're calling this year. So it's the rule.
Yeah, but it's the rules not for Patrick Mahomes though.
So then after the game,
like how you're happy to burn the Eagles and
no. I'm just
on
using
a crucial
it as an example
to make the Chiefs look bad.
But it's a prime example.
It's a prime example.
I know.
And you had to eat it. You were like, yeah, I don't like it, but fair enough. You ate it. You were like, fair. You're not allowed to do it. The Nolan Smith got done with it for flexing in the direction of the running back he just tackled, but not at him. He was not even looking at him. He was just in the direction.
That's right.
So I've seen it plenty of times. They don't call it. Then after the game, Mahomes goes up like a smart ass.
And
he wasn't doing it
antagonistically-
genuinely.
No, there was no
To
genuine. There's
try
nothing
and
genuine
high-five
about him. He's a
Brian
little
Branch.
fucking bastard.
And Brian Branch went, no, I don't, fuck off. I don't want to high five you. And let the record show, you don't have to shake players' hands after the game.
No.
They do that out of respect and they shake. There are plenty of players that would not shake each other's hands.
And not when the final snap happens. You go to the sideline and then you can shake his hand after.
100%.
It's not mandatory.
So then he grabs Brian Branch's wrist to shake his hand when he didn't want to. And Branch is like, can you fuck off me?
Yeah.
And then Juju, the twat Smith-Schuster, wants to come in and start a tussle and pay the ultimate price. He got his ass kicked because he's a smart ass. And there's 7 players that have come out now and been like, Juju Smith got exactly what he deserved.
Yep.
He's a fake tough guy. He talks shit. He had no right coming and getting involved in that. So now I understand Brian Branch got suspended for a game and he shouldn't be fighting. Dan Campbell said the same thing. We're not about that. I get it. He was antagonized. It doesn't matter. You don't do that. I understand that fully. Get it. The fact that he was able to bitch Juju Smith-Schuster while getting tackled by
James,
Pacheco.
Apologies.
Yeah.
This is what happens when refs don't control games and don't call games competently. This is what now he's suspended now.
Why is
because
Juju
the refs
suspended? Because he instigated it.
Yeah, well, because
he ran up and shoved him,
mate, that's why.
And then Brian Branch just went, "All right, well, let's go then. Let's finish it." Then
Brian Branch is definitely one of the guys I would not be fucking around with to find out.
And the second guy in that game was probably Isaiah Pacheco, who was
Pacheco.
literally being like, "Stop, Brian! Don't do it, man!" Tackling him while he bitched on Juju. I'm sorry, it is bullshit. I'm with you. The way the Chiefs are being treated now,
it's clear favoritism.
It's a fucking problem, and it needs to end. It's shitting me out the wall. There is no game this season where no penalties been called. Not one game.
I've said this before on here. It's making their games unwatchable,
and they don't need it. They're good. They do not need the calls. They don't need them.
Yeah, but
they are a good. The Lions did not play well in this game. Even give them that first touchdown. The Lions did not play well enough to win this game. They didn't need it. The Chiefs did a lot of it at their own accord. They played well enough.
I agree.
The offense got going. Mahomes towed up an injury-riddled secondary and did a good job.
But
right?
James,
they don't need this shit.
So, more than a dozen callable penalties and nothing gets called.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I'm
with you in the fact that it's bullshit. I don't think it's a conspiracy of the NFL.
No,
I think
that's where I disagree.
I think refs are just absolutely incompetent and they're blind. I think the refs are the problem, not the NFL. I think they're blind.
It's also the classic home team favorite.
Why is it only the Chiefs though?
It's
I
not.
think
We
if
were
you-
talking about all the false starts for the tush push.
I think if you look at it, that's a good point. I think if you look at it as a whole,
Like,
there's plenty of teams
Want
get
to talk
away
about
with it.
systematic cheating?
Come on, mate. We're talking about holds where the offensive linemen are literally like bear hugging and holding the fucking tackle like this.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is you're talking about, it's
There's
just
some plays you see enough jerseys. The jersey's like fucking 300 mil away from
Yeah,
his chest.
but
But
it's
it's
saying
like
that
every
it's not
team,
just
every
the
game.
Chiefs. It's not just
Nah,
the Chiefs.
nah,
It's
fuck
it's
You
bad.
know
at
what?
the
You
moment.
know, and I'm going to go on tape here saying
Yeah.
this, and you know,
we might have to beep this out.
I'll never wish this on any other player.
Oh, no.
And you know, here we play with injuries off.
Oh.
But I just
Don't.
hope to God someone
no.
comes in one day and just eviscerates his knee or eviscerates his neck to the point where he never plays again.
No,
Because
no.
I can't stand that smug little cheat. He would be nothing without the refs, and he would be nothing without Andy Reid.
He's won 3.
Now we can move on.
That is your own personal opinion, just so
Correct.
we know.
That is not an opinion
For
of
the,
the
for the record, I said that. I'm going to go on tape.
Yeah,
What's that?
yeah, on behalf of yourself. I'm just
Completely
clarifying.
I want vertebrae shattered.
You get
No, we
you're
don't want
angry
that.
about the Chiefs winning when the Eagles losing. Like I'm not
Oh.
even the Ben Smart.
No,
you literally
I
are.
enjoy when the Chiefs lose more than I enjoy the Eagles winning.
Yeah, I know you do. And that's why the
hate them
Super Bowl
so
was
much.
the
Che-
ultimate win for you.
cheating
'cause it was both.
bricks.
All right. So next game, we've got to roll on, or otherwise we'll be here for another hour.
No.
and a half.
I want to roll on. I've had enough.
The Bills put up a bit of a they're just not playing well against my favorite Atlanta Falcons, who fuck me.
Somehow they still win this game.
Just-
Hey. No.
The-
We got to give them some
No,
respect.
you do absolutely give him
Be-
credit, and I was going to
Bijan-
give him credit.
Bijan Robertson is a fucking good player, man. Like,
Yeah, no, I was going to
he's
give him credit,
really good.
We
but
speak
I,
about Opoys, he's in there too.
Yep, that's
I-
fair. That's really fair, actually.
but I think the bigger question here is that the Bills have, outside of probably 2 quarters against the Ravens, really have not looked like a contender.
Yeah, well, you put a story up. They've beaten some pretty average teams.
The Saints gave them everything they could handle late. Patriots obviously touched them up, and the Bills, it's almost like every week they're dying by 1,000 cuts. They just keep getting behind the chains. They're not executing little things. They've got a ton of injuries. So does 8 teams we've spoken about tonight. And Atlanta did good enough for long enough to win the game.
Penix played quite well again,
Yeah,
actually.
he
did.
Two
He did
games
play
in a
well.
row, he's played
Yeah.
well.
My issue isn't with Penix. I think that just the defense is just disgusting, and they shouldn't be in that contender talk.
Just go to the stats. I just want to see how many
I'm
yards
trying to-
Bijan had, please.
I'm trying to find it was
And while you do that, I'm going to tell you
180 yards.
this is a story you put up. Buffalo has beaten the Ravens, who are 1-5, the Jets, who are 0-6, the Dolphins, who are 1-5, and the Saints, who are 1-5.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. And then
Yeah, yeah.
like the Ravens, in fairness, they were fully healthy. It was week 1, so
Yes.
that was a really good win.
That was a
win.
good
It was a
It
great
was a
win.
very good
We came in here and said that Allen's
He
the
won the
MVP
MVP.
after week 1.
because we didn't think it would drop. Do you know what I think this is? I think this is the ultimate. Just before we talk Atlanta for a second, the ultimate on the Bills. This is the ultimate. You're relying on one guy to do everything, and there are times where he just can't do it.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
agree.
think it is. I'm not worried about the Bills. Like they're 4-2. They'll be fine. Much like I feel about the Eagles, as much as I want to give you shit about it, they'll be fine. Like
Yeah.
you're relying heavily on Josh Allen, and he's having a bad patch. He's
Sure.
having a bad patch.
James
Yeah.
Cook's had a
And-
very, very good year.
James Cook has struggled the last couple of weeks as well. Like he was okay in this game in moments. He had a couple of big runs, but the play to play, it looked
Yeah.
out of sync, out of whack. It's just not working. Like Kincaid didn't play in this game.
Yeah, I think that's a big out for them.
Well, Josh Allen has openly said that the offense runs through Kincaid.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because people go, oh, well, he's only had 30 catches or whatever. Just because an offense runs through someone doesn't mean they catch the ball every play, especially if you're a tight end.
Yep.
Go back and watch the Patriots with Gronkowski. The offense ran through Gronkowski.
Even
But
the
he-
Chiefs with Kelsey.
But he
same
didn't.
shit.
Yeah, they didn't catch every single ball.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's an out. And the Falcons coming off a bye, like they just looked a bit fresher and ready to go.
had a bit of juice.
Yeah, they
Yep.
did. And
Home primetime game.
the bottom line is when you let teams, and what the Falcons did at the end of that game was what they converted 4 third downs on that final drive to ice the game, kick the field goal.
Yeah.
And people are, oh, that's all the defense's fault. It's not all the defense's fault because they gave up 24 points. Allen had plenty of opportunities to score. They blocked a field goal earlier in the fourth quarter, and then Allen went 3 and out. So
Yeah.
that's the Bills. And I said, you said it perfectly before. Like, why is Hurts getting all this crap and Allen's not? He needs to. I agree.
Yeah.
He needs to cop some criticism because when everything goes well, he's the man, he's the MVP, he's the guy. Things aren't going well. Big boy pants need to go on and it needs to adapt. The difference between
But the difference is that
because the
Allen,
roster's less talented. Is
No,
that what
no.
you're
That
No.
different?
in their losses, Allen hasn't been the reason why they've lost.
Well, he didn't play that fucking well again.
I actually think it's the opposite. I think in their wins, he's been the reason they win. Whereas in the Eagles' wins, Hurts is the 10th reason they win in most of these games.
Out of the 11 guys on offense.
I think he's, but that's like he doesn't play that well. No, and defense as well. Like they won games because they blocked kicks and stuff like that.
it's
I'm not
defense,
saying
special
like
teams, yep.
like they're a good football team. Whereas I don't think the Bills are as talented in particular defensively. They're not as talented.
No, definitely not.
And like
not
Milano's
what
out,
they're rolling out at the moment.
and shout out to Lockie, who's our poster boy for the Bills. He messaged me saying like, yeah, Milano is a good player, but he's barely played for 3 seasons. At some point, you got to shit or get off the pot. Like I love him and I want him to play, but you can't just keep me going, oh, well, we're a bad defense this week because Matt Milano is not playing. I went through the same thing when the Cowboys had Sean Lee. When he played,
Van
he won.
Der Esch.
And Van Der Esch, like,
Sean Lee was good. Yeah,
you can't rely on these guys every week. So you can't just be like, oh, well, one guy's the key to our defense. And if it falls apart,
What do we always
'cause the other
say?
play-
What do we always say? Your best ability is availability.
Exactly. So if the history now of Milano is he doesn't play that often. So they've got to find another recipe to be
Did
successful.
Oliver play this game? I can't remember.
Yeah, he did, and he played very
did,
well.
Yeah.
It was his first game. He played
First
really
game
well.
back. Yeah, that's right.
Like, don't get me wrong, Atlanta didn't like it was Bijan versus the world. It was Bijan and Drake London.
Well, that's what it's been the whole year, really. It's just been
Yeah, but that's what it
Bijan
should be. Like, just get the ball
Feed
in
the best
your
player.
best player's hands. Like,
And Drake London, like, it could have been worse. He fell half a yard short of a touchdown at the end of the half as time ran out.
that's right. Yeah,
Like he was that close. It could have been 20. I think it would have been 20. Yeah, 28-0, 28-7 at halftime. So they were lucky they didn't get that. And the Bills played better in the second half. They held them to 3 points. They blocked a field
They only
goal.
scored one touchdown, though.
Yeah. So I'm saying the Bills defense played better. That's what I'm saying. A lot of this needs to go on Josh Allen on the offense. They've got to work it out. Like he's a really good player. I think they will. I'm not worried.
Going back to your Allen versus Hurts thing, we've seen one good half of Hurts all year, and everything else has been pretty bad. We've seen a couple of bad games out of Allen. So I think if this continues for another week or two, I think it's fair and reasonable because then you've got the similar sample size. I think if
he's got more personal runs on the board. I know the team runs.
No. I'm just talking
player for player. He's got more
this
runs.
season right now. He was the reason why they won against the Saints and the Ravens.
Yeah.
And Miami. He carved up Miami too.
Yeah.
So and Hurts has been
They're all bad.
No, it doesn't matter. Well, he can only play against who's
but
in
he's
front of
played.
him.
He's won them games.
Yeah, and Hurts, and this isn't a shot. or
They
anything.
didn't look very convincing against the Saints anyway. Like they did win.
No, but what was the difference in that game? Allen.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
That's
He
what
had
we're
three,
saying.
he had
That's
three
what we're saying.
touchdowns. That's my point. That was my point. That he's been playing well, and regardless of how the team's been playing, he's had a couple of bad games. I mean, the Patriots. It wasn't all on him that loss. Like they had a lot of like pre-snap penalties
Pats are looking good too. My
Patriots-
11 win predictions starting to look good.
You might be on to something.
But anyway, my point being that Hurts has floundered through the year consistently outside of one half.
Yeah,
but I think if we get a couple more weeks like this with Josh Allen, the criticism is fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, I think he's a reigning MVP. He buys some leeway. Simple as that.
Yeah.
The same way like Hurts bought some leeway for the first few weeks from some people, not from me, but he bought it from some people. Like he had a bit of leeway because he won.
Wait, a Cowboys fan is not going to give the Eagles quarterback any leeway.
No, but-
I'm shocked.
But what do I give? I give the Eagles leeway because they just won a Super Bowl and I still think they're a very good team. That's what I'm saying. Like I just see if Hurts. I give.
Yeah, of course we're still a good team. We haven't forgotten how to play football in the space of
Looks like it.
3 weeks.
Well,
Like,
you're right. Outside your offense, you haven't forgotten how to play football. Your offense looks like they. Can't
It looks-
play
yeah.
that's definitely a coaching problem. I think.
Yeah, very much could be. Very much could
we're
be.
going to make a move there.
All right, let's get to the preview. It won't let me bring it up. We've got the Thursday night football game. It's kind of an okay game now because do you remember when
This is the old man bowl.
You got the old man bowl, but remember last year where Tomlin came out and went, let's just make sure we don't hurt
Yes.
Anthony Richardson because if
yeah.
Flacco comes in, he'll beat us.
Yeah.
And then they hurt Anthony Richardson and
That's
Flacco
such a-
came in.
Did
and
you see
beat
the
them.
thing that Flacco's filthy at the Browns for trading him in division, and now the Steelers have to play against Flacco twice for the Bengals?
Did you see? What was it was Tomlin that did a drive-by in his press conference. You guys see that? He was talking about
Can you take the fedora from
no,
behind?
I got to get rid of it. It was he was having a crack at the Browns GM.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
That's what you just
yeah,
said.
yeah.
For trading.
It was Tomlin who said it though, right?
That's what I
Flacco.
said.
Oh,
That's
sorry, my man.
That's exactly what he
Sorry,
said.
sorry, my bad.
He said Tomlin took a
Sorry.
shot at the Browns
Sorry, I
trading
thought you said Flacco. My
at
bad.
the Browns trading Flacco to the
you're
Bengals.
trading Flacco.
Yeah, that was-
It was a bit tongue in cheek because
Yeah.
he was like, because Flacco's been he's been a Pittsburgh killer.
Yeah.
Like he's beaten them a lot.
Yeah,
I actually think he might have beaten them the most out of any quarterback.
yeah. The Ravens did win a lot of games.
I'm pretty sure he has. So
Yeah.
it makes this game a bit more interesting.
Does it?
Am I excited?
No.
But I think isn't this just a game the Steelers lose? Like we've just
Nah.
kind of given them some flowers.
Nah.
In division, at home,
Nah,
Joe Flacco.
It's on the road. It's in, Cincy.
So even better, in Cincinnati, Joe Flacco, who got going in that second half. Jamar Chase is really good. Are Pittsburgh that good? Like, I don't know. The very good defense of Cleveland, and Rodgers has played well against poorer defenses.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking about playing the Browns.
No,
Cleveland.
I
Bengals.
think I think Rodgers will get it done. He'll be able to.
I think so too.
do-
But this is the
do
sort of
it.
game that if we roll in Sunday, I'm not going to be surprised if they've lost.
I think that the Browns showed enough. I mean, Flacco just walked into the building and then warmed up for the game. So
Yeah.
I think if you get a week, they looked a little bit more familiar and comfortable. He's going to get the ball out in rhythm and time if in time for the receivers if he has the time to set up.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's competent.
Yeah, and
He's also 87 years old. Like he's
42.
one good hit away from.
So
so
Rodgers.
those Rodgers and
Yeah, that's fair.
There's a chance Hendrickson ends Rodgers' career in the first quarter. Like that's
Well,
There's a chance every week
I
that
think he's
happens.
injured now, but yeah,
was Hendrickson injured?
I think so. Yeah, isn't he?
I don't know.
I
I thought he
didn't
played
see
on the
that.
weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't keep a big track of the.
I don't know.
of the
This is
Bengals.
just another
No, I think the
bit of a
Steelers,
pizza for a Thursday night.
Send it to
Steelers-
London.
Steelers have got enough
No, this
get-
is.
to get this done.
I'm going the upset. Bengals win.
I think so
I've got
as
a
well.
feeling. I don't know. I've got a
Yeah.
gut feeling about it.
There's a certain type of desperation they need to win this divisional game.
Yeah. I think, and then again, they lose this game, and then the questions start coming. Ravens on a bye, get Lamar back. I'm just saying, this division's never easy. It's never just over. Like even last year, Pittsburgh were flying, and then before they knew it, they were falling apart.
They were flying, and then they put Russell Wilson in. That's what happened.
Well, yeah.
That's what
I was
happened.
gonna come up with a smart ass response. I'm like, yeah.
There is
hang
no
on.
response. That's the
Hang
truth.
on.
Mind you, they were winning games by kicking heaps of field goals. So.
Doesn't matter.
True.
Dubs are dubs, mate. Doesn't matter.
Oh, you're so inconsistent.
Dubs are dubs, mate. Dubs
You
are dubs.
Your inconsistency is what I love and fear about
How
you.
am I inconsistent? My whole shtick is about
Because
just win
if
the
a
game,
team
mate.
beats someone, you're like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's just the Giants. Doesn't matter.
Well,
Doesn't matter if you beat them. It's just they're
yeah,
shit.
you literally said to him before that Seattle, you said, and I quote, relax, Malacca, you beat the Jaguars by 1 score.
Yeah.
Direct quote.
Is that not factually correct?
Wins a
Yeah,
win.
but then wins a win.
Cross
Both,
country.
you're right. Both can be true.
Yeah, cross country win against a good team. No, it's just a win.
There's a win.
Jags are a good team. You've been shitting on them all year.
No,
Oh, I've been shitting on them all year.
Yeah.
You're right. I've been shitting on them all
I
year.
don't even remember your own shitting.
I actually swear to God, you don't listen to a word anyone
no.
says.
I've been shitting on them all. You've been pumping them up all year. I've been shitting on them all year.
We
You're
both had Lawrence in our top 10 and you laughed at us.
right. Yeah, I did laugh.
Yeah.
You're right.
And then put Jalen Hurts at 5.
Go Birds.
All right, let's wrap this up.
That is it for us. Make sure you get onto the Sporting Globe, download the app, follow us on any social media, go in the running, change to the Vault Studio, send us a screenshot, go in the running to win Savine, Devontae.
Hey, half
Savine.
price wings. How good's that
Yeah,
on a Monday?
It's every half price steak on a Tuesday, half price wings on a Monday every
Oh,
week.
shit, we're gonna get a steak, man.
Yeah, anytime.
Sounds great.
You said that you live too far away, you don't even have the app. Dante
True.
Culpepper signed football, Devontae Adams signed mini helmet, 2 prizes to win. So
Boom.
good chance you'll get something. And again, it goes to supporting us. It goes to supporting the Sporting Globe.
Yeah.
Shout out to Churnside Park, Dave and Eloise, absolutely.
And you get freebie. You get like free money and stuff, don't you?
Yeah,
you get points accumulating. So after every 3 times you go there, you pretty much get a free
free
little meal and
Oh, really?
a
Oh,
pot. That's how the points basically work. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Oh,
get
so that's
that.
like it's free food. That's girl math. It's like free. Don't even
Yeah.
worry about it.
Yeah.
Good.
You're not even spending money. You're saving money.
You are. Thank you.
I
I actually think it's boy math.
I
when it
have
comes to
never
food.
saved a cent at the Sporting Globe.
That I
No.
believe.
If anything, the Sporting Globe owes us for the Super Bowl. Dave's kids are going through college thanks to us.
I took out a
Shout
second
out,
mortgage to go there.
No, shout out to the Sporting Globe. Love you guys. live show Sunday night this week.
Yep.
Tune in. We've loved all the interaction on that. It's going really well.
Amen.
Really appreciate it. Follow us on all social medias, the TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube in particular. The live views on YouTube are going up every week as well, which is
Bang.
awesome because it's a really good platform to watch live.
Love
It
it.
just doesn't push it enough, but it's a good platform to watch it on. So shout out to everyone.
Catch
Peace-
Sunday night.
Peace out. We'll see you Sunday.
Deuce.